Hello, in this video I'm going to demonstrate how to set up Okta IDP as a factor and leverage CyberArk's MFA. So we're doing this because we have some customers that's using Okta as a single sign-on, but want to leverage their MFA license, their CyberArk MFA license, with their Okta single sign-on. So first, what I've done is I have a user in Okta named Edith Oliver, and I want to create that identical user on CyberArk. So make sure the username for Okta is the same username on CyberArk. So I've already created the set up some MFA factors for the CyberArk user. So now what we're going to do is, so what I've done is in Okta, we've gone to security and identity providers. Just want to point out that instructions might look different because some customers might be using Okta Classic or the new Okta Identity Engine, which I'm using in this demonstration. Okay. So what I've done is I just go and click Add Identity Provider. Now we could do OpenID or SAML. I chose SAML. And click Next. And then I enter the name, and the usage was factor only instead of SSO. Okay. And then what I did in CyberArk was create a new SAML application. So I'm just going to go over what I previously created. And the only thing I did was just hide this from the app list, so it won't show up in the user portal when I assign it to users. So I make sure I add my user Edith to this policy. Excuse me, to the SAML app. And then I went to trust, copy over went to manual so I can copy over the URLs and download the certificate. So I copied the URLs from CyberArk and pasted into these fields for URI, upload the certificate. And then once I'm done, I'll be given the option to copy these URLs. But instead I just downloaded the metadata and uploaded the metadata file. Okay, so I chose the metadata file and uploaded it, and then I saw that all the URLs and certificate was already pre-populated. Okay. What I also have done was I create a policy on CyberArk for passwordless authentication. So when the user authenticates with CyberArk, they're not getting prompted for the password again. So they're only doing the passwordless option. So I made sure that I added my user to the passwordless role. Okay, so I just want to show you when the user logs in, they're only getting prompted for passwordless options. Right. We've added this SAML we've added the SAML configurations to use CyberArk as an external identity provider. Then I went to authenticators and I added the authenticator, chose the option IDP authenticator, which we've already done. And here's the configuration that where we've selected the IDP configuration we did earlier. And then lastly, of course, you need to set up a policy. Make sure you have a policy in Okta that will require MFA. Okay, so I didn't do anything special other than selecting MFAs required. And now it's up to you if you want to do it at every login or make any other configurations that you like. Okay, but the only change I did in this policy was just enabling the requirement for MFA. So let's take a look at what that experience looks like. So we're going to log in as Edith, and this is the first time Edith is going to log in. So we're going to see how the enrollment process would look like and the login experience. Okay, so we'll enter in the username. We'll enter the Okta password. And so notice, since this is the first time Edith is logging in, we have to set up our MFA factors. So we're going to choose the option to set up our external IDP. And we're going to enroll. And then what's going to happen is we're going to get redirected to CyberArk. So okay, so notice that we're not getting prompted for a password. We have our MFA factors that we can choose from. I'm going to choose SMS for now. I'm going to approve the SMS on my phone. And then notice we're redirected back to Okta to optionally set up additional MFA factors. Now I'm just going to go and skip that for now and just click continue. You notice it signs us in. So let's go ahead and log out. So now that we've set up, enrolled our MFA factor, let's take a look at what happens when we log in. Okay, so now Edith is going to log in. We'll enter in the password for the Okta user. And then we're going to get redirected to so this is our MFA prompt. So it's going to prompt us to prompt the external IDP, which is CyberArk, for MFA. We'll get redirected to CyberArk for MFA. We're going to do passwordless. I'm going to approve the MFA on my phone, and we'll be redirected to log into Okta or the application that Okta is trying to single sign on. Hope that was helpful, and thanks for watching.